What's up, YouTube? It's PewDiePie! No, I'm just kidding. This is Sir Hunt's Reviews, and this is going to be my Game of Thrones Season 6 Daenerys Stormborn Targaryen, Mother of Dragons, Khaleesi, in-depth analysis. Super nerd face. Alright, but basically, on a serious note, I'm going to give you 3 separate points of what I think Daenerys' Stormborn, Mother of Dragons, etc., what her character arc will be this season, just because I wrote all of this down and I didn't actually get is information that we all know that I've discussed in my other videos. It's information that is easily available online at Watchers on the Wall, HBO's Twitter for that teaser trailer, and just various other sources. I think another place that I don't mention that much because I don't really look at the website, I look at Watchers on the Wall, but another one for Game of Thrones is what is that shit called? Give me like 2 seconds. Winter is Coming .net. But yeah, those websites, of course, the Song of Ice and Fire wiki page, the Game of Thrones wiki page, all that shit, World of Ice and Fire wiki page, Westeros.org or whatever. All that information is readily available in any person's YouTube video where they're talking about like theories or their predictions. It's either based off of something from there. Like they might not have actually seen the information, but it's already been said. Because like if you look at those comments, dude, they say they've covered everything. Somebody's thought of it. You know what I mean? And I personally think George R. Martin does look at those comments. Maybe not as much as he says he does. He lied in an interview and said that he hadn't looked at like an online website of Game of Thrones or whatever since like 1999, and he saw that one of the fans had 1 out of a million had guessed one of the characters' arc, so he decided he would never do that again, and he wasn't going to let fan theories manipulate his writing. Load of bullshit, George. I'm calling you out. I think that you have been checking up on those, and you see that everybody's already predicted your book, and that's why it's taking so long to be written. Knowledge bomb dropped. But yeah, so yeah, my 3 main points are, alright, so check this out. Let's just say a lot of people have been talking about this in the comments of my videos. Dario is the leader of the Harpy, so check it. What if I was looking at a picture, that season 6 picture, I'll put it up for you. And basically in that picture you see Daenerys standing around all the cows, and she's got her hands tied, which I didn't mention before. I noticed that after looking at the blown up pictures that her hands were tied. So that was pretty interesting, obviously. But yeah, so she's in that image, she's standing around all those, and it got me thinking, like, what if we just start to, like, you wonder about characters' decisions and what they do at that point in time, and the show writers do a really good job of putting you in their shoes. So you kind of, maybe not everything they decide to do, like a character like Dany, maybe you don't agree with everything she decides to do, but for the most part, let's be honest, if you like her, you agree with the decisions she makes. So her decisions up to that point honestly have led her to where she's at. Like the predicament she's in, like we don't know what's going to happen until it comes on, you know what I mean? Everybody, obviously with the leaked information, you know that it'll ultimately be alright, but the point of where she's at, she got there. So she made those decisions, and like I said, if you like her as a character, you agree with them. So it's almost like you as the viewer have put her there, because you agree with, you know what I mean? You're thinking the same way she does. So with all that being said, it's almost our fault that she's there, right? Because we agree with a lot of her decisions, you know what I'm saying? And one of her biggest mistakes was letting Jorah go. Jorah saved her life, dude, like the last second, you know what I'm saying? If he didn't show up, she would have been dead. Like there were several times, if you go back and watch that episode 9, Pits of Daznak, she almost dies like 3 or 4 times throughout that episode. So I'm saying, like, it's basically our fault she's in captivity right now. Now, if she hadn't made that decision and kept Jorah around, and we were like, okay, his little betrayal was something small, but he ultimately, from like season 2, has been nothing but faithful. She ends up putting her she ends up like getting, well, I'm not saying that her trusting Jorah's led her to being captured, but her decisions up to that point definitely led her to where she is right now, and that's being captured by the Dothraki. So if you fast forward a little bit, she's obviously got them with her, and then if you go to that plot leak where it says Jorah or Dario reveals himself as the leader of the Harpy, that is her decision ultimately too, because she decided to have, because it says like Jorah is forced to tell her that she has grayscale, and then he leaves the city, like he leaves her side yet again, and then that's when Jorah like reveals himself, and then blah blah blah. Alright, so yeah, that's when Dario reveals himself. Long story short, she got herself in the Dothraki for trusting the wrong people. Obviously, she trusted whoever the fuck the leader of the Harpy is. And in this video, we're discussing the theory that Dario is the leader of the Harpy. So the fact that she trusts him, she gets betrayed in the plot leak thing. Okay, and also I've seen several people in the comments say that this is your idea and this is what you, so is this what you think is going to happen? Nope. This is a subreddit post, and I said I was basing a lot of my spoiler information and a lot of my theories off of that subreddit post. I didn't write it though. If I did, I probably would have changed a few parts to say that Daenerys Stormborn met up with Sir Hunt's Reviews and they had sex and they had 10 kids, and then Mark became the, oh, I just said my real name. Yep, it's Mark. You guys can start calling me Mark down in the comment section if you want to. But yeah, and then me and her, we had 10 kids, and then they all grew up to be the 10-headed dragon, and then we took over Westeros. We took over George R. R. Martin's other stories like the 9 Worlds or whatever. Y'all should check it out. He's a pretty good sci-fi writer. Knowledge drop bomb 2 again, Dulce. But yeah, getting back on track. So yeah, let's just say the whole scenario with Dario being the leader of the Harpy happens, and she survives that altercation. She ended up, like, Jorah tells her in the plot leak, once again, tells her that he has grayscale, and she's like, alright, you can stay by my side, but we just can't touch. No handsies. We can't hold hands. None of that shit. And then she ends up, like, just somehow something happens where, because of those altercations with the Dothraki and the shit that happened at the pits of Daznak, like, the shit that happens with the Dothraki is going to be intense, because it's definitely, you look at plot leak information, it sounds like an intense scene goes down, so that's going to change her. The pits of Daznak changed her, and this shit with Dario will definitely probably change her the most in any of those events, because obviously that's her lover, betrayal, woman scorn is like hell hath no fury like a woman scorn. My whole point of this video is, what if she becomes the Mad Queen by the end of season 6? What if, like, by the end of season 6, Dany shows up in fucking Westeros right after the wall came down, and then she just starts killing everybody. She doesn't care. Like, she's not listening to Tyrion anymore at this point. Tyrion might have kept his happy ass back over there. He's like, you know what? I told you back in season 5 I didn't want you to go to Westeros. Now that you're going over there, is it cool if I stay here and rule in Marine? Me and Varys have gotten the city under control. We got the priestess saying your name. All this shit. I'm just going to stay over here. You go take care of your shit in Westeros. So, he's not there. Jorah might make it to the journey, but then Game of Thrones style type shit, he'll probably die on Dany's journey to Westeros. That'll make her even more Mad Queen Daenerys, and then she just starts killing everybody. Everybody. Like, even Sansa and Jon. Like, what if she shows up there and then they're like, they can't. Okay, she won't kill Sansa and Jon. I took it a little bit too far. I went on like a psycho killer. Like, I went on a George Martin bender. I just said kill everybody. That's what they told us in the trailer, right? Everybody's gonna die. But no, I'm saying, like, yeah, this would also fit in with that faceless man theory. Like, you guys should check out that video, because that was a good, like, you know what I mean? What if everybody knows about the faceless man conspiracy? What if that was their trailer information? But then season 5 trailers, when right before season 5 came out, they released the shit called the Vision trailers or whatever, where it was Bran, and he wasn't even in season 5, so that was bullshit. So they could be doing that again with this. But I do think it would be awesome if Dany became the Mad Queen. This is my second Game of Thrones video for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know if you've noticed, I got a little bit of a shadow behind me, but I'm working on my lighting. I actually bought some new lights. And I'm working on making it so that these videos will have the background. I notice when I sit lower to the ground, the camera does add 10 pounds, and it's like a lot of weight, and I'm not a very fat person, but it does make me look like I am. A couple of my relatives were watching my videos, and they told me that, so. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been Sir Hunt's Reviews. A lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of a sheep. Chickens, we need more chickens.